Autumn has come to upstate New York. Fall colors abound, and we welcome you inside Highmark Stadium here in Orchard Park. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Indianapolis Colts and the Buffalo Bills. The first quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. His first carry. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up. Well, this defense for the Colts, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Allen going to throw. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They run once more with Taylor. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Throwing Jones. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he's going to get this down near the 25. But Charles, it's early, but that's a key 3rd down conversion. Remember, they forced the turnover on the opening drive. Now they're in a position where they look like they'll at least get 3 out of this.
A great example of complementary football if they're able to cash this in, isn't it, partner? Because defense does this job, takes it away, turns over the offense. Here's pick up a nice 1st down there. Maybe it's time to think about taking a shot at the end zone, because it looks like the field goal is almost assured.
Now Jones. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense the credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting them to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. They'll try and pick it up by running the action to the right. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
Taylor will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. First quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Taken from about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing now is Allen. His throw incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw is probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Allen now looks to throw. And that will be incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A good kick, 49 yards, just 3 on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Jones. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Jones. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, we've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known that points won't come so easy again.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here for the 1st and 10. To throw, it's Allen. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Kwity Paye getting in there and burying him behind the line.
Well, that's an excellent way to get the pass rush activated. The first sack of the game for them comes on the first play of the drive, and it makes it very tough for the opponent to pick up a first down now, playing behind the sticks.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. From midfield, here's Allen. And that is incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Allen. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Stephon Diggs, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. So there is the big arm of Josh Allen on display. He can throw it as deep as anybody, and that was an absolute laser. Oh, this is blocked. Picked up by the offense. This is a live ball. Or call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Jones. This one completes Alec Pierce. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. And his throw is incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. It took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. On 2nd down now, Carmichael. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. After one, a one-point game, 7-6. Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. And that's caught left side by Mo Alley Cox. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the headlinesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
Here's Jones on third down. Oh, he's got his tight end, Mo Alley-Cox, complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. How about 25 yards on third down? They'll take it.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's second down. Well, that's what he can do when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
On second down, it's Taylor. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, and defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to third down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
The offense on third down tonight, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now Taylor. Complete to Jones. Touchdown Colts. Daniel Jones from 13 yards out as his guys are able to extend their lead. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run, so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense,
he's got a man complete, and all the way home for a Bills touchdown. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. Man, 1 play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, 1 play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is taken just shy of the 10. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
Early down stuff will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Back to throw. Jones. Hits his target, the tight end, Mo Alley Cox. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 42. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 42-yard line. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Again, it's Taylor. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And room there to work it inside the 25.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good. And this is going to remain a 1-point game. And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound, Brandon, no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said,
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Good start, throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. To the air, Allen. Going right back to Knox, and again a completion. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
Out of the gun, running with Cohen. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be second down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Throwing on second and long. Allen. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Well, this defense, Charles, we know how good they are, but they've been beat a couple of times in this game. However, they got the latest laugh.
And how about the way they hung in there? Because you're exactly right. They're not used to being dented as they've been so far in this game. But what they just did there with that pick six, that's the equivalent of what was happening to them. They're throwing touchdown passes against them. Okay, we'll take one back against you.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
It was starting to become a game for him to forget with the interceptions, but that's a step in the right direction. Not only did he choose to run it instead, but he saw the field well and made a nice pickup to get a new set of downs.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Allen now on 1st down. Going deep for Diggs. And he's got it inside the 10. A big play there just before halftime. 57 yards. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Touchdown, Bills. Dawson Knox as the first half is winding down. And the Bills are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright. And it's no good. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 up to the 33. At their own 33-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. And they'll begin by running the option. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on first down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. A final shot before break. Jones toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. So we come to halftime here with the visiting Colts taking the lead to the locker room as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots downfield.
Back to Taylor on first down. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. 73 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now Jones from the gun on third down. He finds Pierce. It's complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn: find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Jones now on 1st and 10. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Now a give to Taylor. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. go to the ground again with Taylor. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick here is good. And that will push the lead up to 5. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps a deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because, you know.
Allen hit. He lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now with shotgun handoff to Cohen. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Allen. He will find Davis on the left side, complete. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. On 1st down, Allen. This to Hines on the drop-off. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Now it's Hines. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
First down, a run with Cohen. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They try again with Cohen. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game, and that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, To watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides, but to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
They run with Hines. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. And now they'll throw with Allen. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Now Allen. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Now Allen. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker. And the Colts are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
What a stand there defensively. They force the 3rd and goal, force them into what they think will be a passing situation, and then they make sure to lock up all the receivers and come away with the interception. Sounds simple, but that was really well done.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Taylor. And some room to roam now. And they work this out past the 25. 105 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
We know he has a lot of confidence in his arm and likes to force it downfield, but the coverage was tight there. Fortunate it wasn't picked off.
Second and 10 now from the 27. Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Back to throw. Jones. Over the middle, hauled in by Pierce. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. 11 yards there, just like last play.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Pulls it in at the 13. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They'll run up the middle with Cohen. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. 2nd and 9. Here's Allen. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Looking for his man on the out route, and he's got Diggs. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Throwing is Allen. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Allen. Going deep for Diggs. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. Here's Allen. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And the Colts are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Well, there's a time and a place for everything. Down 2 scores late in the 4th. I get it. Now is the time to throw it downfield, but that one might just write an end to this ball game.
Yeah, I hear all the time how critical I am of play calls. Not in this situation. No other choice, really. Look at the clock. Look at the scoreboard. Had to press it and take a chance.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
And they will take a knee here. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about...
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call hit boy for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't follow trends, I swing the pendulum. If the bag good, I'm gonna give her some. Let's reflect times, I try to collect minds from complex rhymes. And by the way, shut out Tech 9. Go and shut the up, just let me talk. I'm a time bomb that's waiting to go off. Quite nuclear, amazing what fame could do to you. Too peculiar, although I'm truly a Renaissance starter. My mind divine, it take me a lot farther. Growing up, I really had beef with my father. But why bother explaining my feelings? Try harder, but either way they gon' paint you the villain. 8 months with no phone, dog, we aiming for brilliance. High level maintaining the building, we making a killing. Alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. We tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. A wise man told me that silence never betrayed him. Keep your mouth shut, cause got ultimatums. Stupid situations, the tongue often creates them. The motor mouth is usually causing mayhem.
Lil' tune, flow sinister, I'ma finish him. Many men gon' need ministers, I'm a men in them. Enemies, I'm the enema. I'ma on them, just like my keys, drop my on the dinner work. My thoughts I keep confidential.